Canada, a country where some of the world's most breathtaking landscapes look like paintings brought to life. A waterfall so massive, its power fills the air around you. Mountain roads surrounded by glaciers. A city that feels like Europe frozen in time. The most scenic drive of your life. And lakes so blue and crystal clear, they reflect the sky, the trees, and the mountains around it. When you're finally standing there, experiencing them with your own eyes, you realize no photo could ever prepare you for this moment. These places are more than just beautiful backgrounds for photos. They're the kind of destinations that don't just change the way you travel, they change the way you see the world. These aren't just itineraries. They're experiences you'll remember for the rest of your life. Number 5. Niagara Falls, Ontario. Imagine standing so close to a waterfall that you can feel its power before you even reach it. Welcome to Niagara Falls. You've probably seen it countless times in photos and videos, but none of them prepare you for your first glimpse of it in person. Long before you reach the edge, the distant roar grows louder with every step. The mist begins to fill the air. Then suddenly, it's right in front of you. Millions of liters of water crashing over the edge every second with a force so powerful that the ground beneath your feet almost seems to vibrate. It's one of those rare places that makes you realize just how powerful nature truly is. The best way to experience Niagara Falls is to get as close as possible. Step aboard the famous boat cruise and sail toward the base of Horseshoe Falls, where the mist surrounds you and the thunder of the water becomes almost overwhelming. You'll probably leave completely soaked, and you'll love every second of it. For a completely different perspective, head to Journey Behind the Falls. Walking through tunnels carved into the rock before emerging beside the waterfall gives you an entirely new appreciation for its incredible power. If you want to admire the falls from above, ride the Skylon Tower. For panoramic views stretching across both Canada and the United States. And when the sun sets, don't go just yet. The waterfalls are illuminated in vibrant colors, and on select evenings, fireworks light up the night sky, creating a spectacular ending to an already unforgettable day. Niagara Falls may be one of Canada's most famous destinations. Standing there, feeling the mist on your face and hearing the roar echo around you, you quickly realize why millions of people travel halfway around the world just to experience it. Number 4. Whistler, British Columbia. If Niagara Falls shows you the power of nature, Whistler shows you its peace. Just 2 hours north of Vancouver lies one of Canada's most spectacular mountain destinations. But the adventure begins long before you arrive. The drive along the legendary Sea to Sky Highway is considered one of the most scenic road trips in North America. Towering mountains rise on one side. The Pacific Ocean stretches endlessly on the other. And almost every turn reveals another view you'll want to stop and admire. By the time you reach Whistler, you already understand why this place is so special. Most people know Whistler as one of the world's premier ski destinations. And during winter, it's easy to see why. Snow blankets the mountains. The village glows with warm lights. And the entire landscape feels like something straight out of a storybook. But Whistler isn't just a winter destination. When the snow melts, it transforms into an outdoor paradise. The mountains become covered in wildflowers. Crystal clear lakes invite you to kayak and paddleboard. Hiking trails lead to breathtaking viewpoints. And world-famous mountain biking trails attract riders from around the globe. One experience you shouldn't miss is the Peak to Peak gondola. Suspended high above the valley floor, it connects Whistler and Blackcomb Mountains while offering incredible views of glaciers, alpine forests, rugged peaks, and sparkling lakes below. For a few unforgettable minutes, you'll feel as though you're floating through the mountains. Back in Whistler Village, you'll find charming cafes, local restaurants, boutique shops, and a relaxed atmosphere that encourages you to slow down and simply enjoy where you are. Nearby attractions like Brandywine Falls and the breathtaking turquoise waters of Joffre Lakes Make perfect day trips if you're looking to explore even more of British Columbia's incredible scenery. Sometimes the best moments of a journey aren't the busiest ones. They're the quiet moments when you're surrounded by nature, with nowhere else you'd rather be. Number 3. Quebec City. If Whistler feels like a journey through nature, Quebec City feels like a journey through time. The moment you step inside Old Quebec, it's easy to forget you're still in Canada. Cobblestone streets replace busy roads. Centuries-old stone buildings line every corner. The ambiance makes it feel as though you've arrived somewhere in Europe. It's one of the few places in North America where history isn't hidden behind modern buildings. It's woven into everyday life. Watching over the city is the magnificent Chateau Frontenac, one of the most photographed hotels in the world. With its castle-like towers overlooking the St. Lawrence River, it's the landmark that defines Quebec City's skyline. But the real magic of Quebec City isn't found in checking off famous landmarks. It's found in slowing down. Stroll along Dufferin Terrace, where sweeping views of the river stretch toward the horizon. Then wander through the charming streets of Petit Champlain, one of North America's oldest shopping districts, where colorful storefronts, flower-filled balconies, and inviting cafes make every corner feel like a postcard. Just a few steps away is Place Royale, where French settlers first established the city more than 400 years ago. Standing here, surrounded by beautifully preserved buildings, it's hard not to imagine what life looked like centuries ago. And just outside downtown lies another surprise: Montmorency Falls. At 83 meters tall, it's actually higher than Niagara Falls. Walk across the suspension bridge above the rushing water, admire it from below, or ride the cable car for panoramic views of the surrounding landscape. No matter when you visit, Quebec City offers a completely different experience. Summer fills the streets with music, festivals, and outdoor cafes. Autumn paints the surrounding forests in brilliant shades of red, orange, and gold. And winter transforms the city into what feels like a real-life Christmas village, where snow-covered rooftops, glowing lights, and historic streets create one of the most magical holiday destinations in North America. Quebec City isn't just a place you visit. It's a place you wander, a place you slow down. And for a little while, it feels like you've stepped into another century. Number 2. Jasper National Park, Alberta. This is where the Canadian Rockies feel untouched, and every kilometer makes you feel farther away from everyday life. One of Jasper's most breathtaking destinations is Maligne Lake. Surrounded by towering peaks and ancient forests, its crystal-clear blue water leads to Spirit Island, one of the most iconic and photographed landscapes in Canada. But no photograph can capture what it feels like to stand there. The silence, the cool mountain air, the reflection of the peaks across the still water. It's the kind of moment that stays with you long after you've gone home. Then there's Athabasca Falls. Its incredible force, as powerful currents crash through a narrow canyon, was sculpted by thousands of years of erosion. Jasper is also one of the best places in Canada to encounter wildlife. It's not unusual to spot elk grazing beside the road, bighorn sheep climbing rocky cliffs, mountain goats balancing effortlessly on steep slopes, or even black bears and grizzlies roaming through the forests. Moments like these remind you that you're the visitor here. This is their home. But perhaps the greatest experience isn't a single destination at all. It's the drive between Jasper and Banff. The legendary Icefields Parkway winds through endless mountain valleys, turquoise lakes, snow-capped peaks and glaciers. Some even consider it one of the greatest road trips in the world. Number 1. Banff National Park. If there's one place that belongs on every travel bucket list, this is it. Welcome to Banff National Park. There are beautiful places in the world, and then there are places that completely redefine what beauty can look like. Banff is one of them. Towering mountain peaks rise in every direction. Ancient glaciers carve through the landscape. Turquoise lakes shimmer beneath the sunlight. And around every corner is a view so breathtaking, it hardly seems real. This wasn't just Canada's first national park. For millions of travelers, it's the destination that puts Canada on the map. The adventure begins in the charming mountain town of Banff itself. Banff Avenue is lined with cozy cafes, restaurants, boutique shops, and some of the most incredible mountain views while simply walking through town. For one of the best panoramic views in the Rockies, take the gondola to the summit of Sulphur Mountain. The short hike is definitely worth the view. From the top, you'll see the Bow Valley stretching endlessly into the distance, with mountain peaks surrounding you in every direction. Just beyond town, the scenery somehow becomes even more spectacular. Lake Minnewanka, Bow Falls, Johnston Canyon. Each one offers a completely different side of Banff's beauty. But there are two places that have become symbols of Canada itself. Lake Louise is one of those places you've probably seen countless times, yet no photograph can prepare you for standing on its shoreline. The turquoise water, the Victoria Glacier towering in the background, the silence, broken only by the gentle sound of paddles gliding across the lake. It feels less like looking at a landscape and more like standing inside a masterpiece. The lake is frozen in winter, and skating here was one of the most memorable things I have ever done in my life. Come early, or you might not be able to park and see this beauty. Then comes Moraine Lake. Hidden within the Valley of the 10 Peaks, it's a place that almost doesn't seem possible. The water glows with an almost unreal shade of blue, created by glacial rock flour suspended beneath the surface. Towering mountains surround the lake like a natural amphitheater. It is still to this day the most beautiful place I have ever seen. Words are not enough to describe what it feels like to stand before nature's masterpiece. Access to Moraine Lake is limited, so planning ahead is essential. Last but not the least is Peyto Lake, one of my favorites in Banff. Peyto Lake is shaped like the head of a fox. Only a 10-minute hike, and the view is spectacular. It is much less crowded than the other pristine lakes. It's a true hidden gem. Banff isn't just the best place to visit in Canada, it's the kind of place that stays with you long after you've returned home. The kind of place that inspires your next adventure before the current one has even ended. And once you've experienced it for yourself, you'll understand why so many people consider Banff one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Canada is more than a destination. It's a country where waterfalls shake the ground beneath your feet, where mountain roads lead to places you never thought could exist, and where landscapes that look like paintings become memories you'll carry for the rest of your life. Because the best trips aren't measured by how many places you visit. They're measured by the moments that leave you speechless, the moments that remind you just how extraordinary our world really is. Life is too short to spend it wondering what these places look like. Go experience them for yourself. Thanks for watching CanTravel, exploring the world one step at a time. If you like this video, hit like, share, and subscribe.